We've all been attending online meetings for over a year now, and yet many of us feel like these meetings are a waste of time. There are a few clients of mine who've also said that we begin our work once the meetings end. How do we really get our meetings to be productive? In this video, I'm going to give you some tips on how to make meetings productive. The key to making meetings productive is to prepare well. And today I'm going to give you 4 action things that you could use in order to prepare well for a meeting. There could be 3 types of purposes for any meeting that you either want to attend or conduct. The first purpose could be that it could be there for reviewing as well as sharing information. These are the BRMs, the business review meetings, or these could be the kickoff meetings that some of you might be creating in order to kick off a project. The second purpose for a meeting could be a solution creation meeting. You may face a problem during a project, or you may face a problem during the shop floor process, and you would decide, I need a solution for this. For that, you may want to call people for a meeting. The third could be a decision-making meeting. We need approvals and decisions on a lot of things that we tend to do, and therefore we could call a meeting for that purpose. So your meeting could be any of these purposes. The key to an effective meeting is to know what is your primary purpose for calling this meeting. The second thing to keep in mind when you are preparing for a meeting is designing the agenda. When you're designing the agenda, make sure that you're clearly stating the outcome of the meeting. The second thing to keep in mind when you're designing the agenda is to defining the time blocks. So if there are 5 agenda items on your agenda, make sure that each agenda has a time block. Agenda 1 may be 5 minutes, Agenda 2 may be 10 minutes, Agenda 3 may require half an hour. But make sure that those time blocks are already set in advance. The third thing to keep in mind when you're setting the agenda for a meeting is to specify necessary preparation. Don't let anybody come to a meeting without preparation, and therefore make sure that everybody knows what do they need to prepare when they're attending your meeting. The fourth is assigning responsibilities among key members. There are certain roles that one can have when they're attending a meeting. Make sure that people know what role they're playing and what is their responsibility and what do you expect of them. The third thing to ensure whenever you are calling for a meeting is who is going to attend. Please choose your attendees wisely. The 4 questions that you could ask yourself are, would they contribute to the meeting? If somebody is not contributing to the meeting, it may be better that they do not attend the meeting rather than come and just keep their videos and audios off. The second thing to consider is, would the decision impact them? A lot of times, even if I do not contribute to the meeting, a decision might impact me. And therefore, if I'm a part of the meeting, it will be possible for me to get a buy-in into the decision. And therefore, see if the decision taken during the meeting will really impact them. The third thing to keep in mind when you're making the list of attendees is every person going to give me a unique skill or a unique insight? There are so many times when people from the same department attend the meeting, which leads to doubling up of insights and information. So call only those people who will give you unique information and unique insights. The fourth thing to keep in mind when you're making the list of attendees is avoiding guilt invites. Sometimes some people get called because if I don't call them, they may get hurt or they may not feel alright, and therefore I just call those people. Avoid that, and that way you'll keep your meetings lean. The fourth thing is scheduling. Scheduling is as important as the agenda. Whenever you're scheduling a meeting, pre-align with the key people's schedule. There will be certain people whom you need to call and who will contribute to the meeting well. In order to ensure that these people are available, you pre-align with them, talk to them, understand whether they understand the outcome expected. The second thing is you need to give advance notice. Make sure that people know in advance enough to block their own calendars for that meeting. The third thing is you either need to avoid calendar conflicts, or if calendar conflicts are there and you cannot change the date or the time of your meeting, address those calendar conflicts so that people who are critical, if they cannot attend, they'll at least send a representative to attend your meeting. And the fourth thing to keep in mind is sending necessary reminders. With so many online tools, it's easier to send reminders than earlier, and I hope that you use those tools wisely. If you keep all these four things in mind when you're preparing for a meeting, I am really hoping that you will find that your meetings become so much more productive by only planning them well. Use these tips, and I hope that you don't feel that meetings are a waste of time anymore.